It has been confirmed that the Green Bay Packers want to ban the Tush Push along with some other teams that might join that little group that want to ban the play from football. Then we had media day per se from the NFL Combine. So we got some top storylines and some updates coming from a number of teams during the media availability that happened yesterday during the Combine. Y'all know me and Stevo gonna talk about it and break it down, but obviously you gotta hear the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL, including your live updates and breaking news. Stay tuned. I'm here. I'm Bobby, and I'm joined by my guy, Stevo. If y'all tuned in, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well. Stevo, what's the word?
Man, what's the word, man?
Man, let's start this thing off by talking about one of my arch rivals. I know we got to try to keep it a good level here when we talk about the NFL as a whole and try to separate the fandom. But hey, when it's time to pile on the Green Bay Packers,
I'm
gonna
always
find a
do
way.
that.
I'm gonna find a way, big dog. But hey, it is being confirmed by the Athletic and NFL Network that the Green Bay Packers is the team that submitted the rule change trying to ban the Tush Push. Football Vice President of Football Operations Troy Vincent spoke on it. And he said this: a year ago, we felt like let's just focus in on a hip drop tackle and a tush push. Just say, hey, the Philadelphia Eagles, they just do it better than everybody else. But there are some concerns. Our Health and Safety Committee has laid out today with a brief conversation on the injury report. There are some challenges, some concerns that they'll share with the broader group tomorrow, but the Tush Push will be a topic of discussion moving forward. Now, Steve-O, before you give your thoughts on this, because I kind of already know what you're going to say. Over the last 3 seasons, this is research done by ESPN. The Eagles and the Bills have combined to run the Tush Push 163 times, converting for a first down or scoring a touchdown 87% of the time. Let's try to be objective here. I don't know if we can, though. It's Green Bay, bro. How you feeling about this Green Bay being the lead team trying to ban the Tush Push, bro?
It's soft. It's soft because you didn't say 100%. So what that tell me is you can stop it. There's been multiple teams I've seen stop it before, and it's I forget which team it is that stop it more than once. Is it the 49ers?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I feel like it's somebody red. That's what is popping in my head. But when it comes down to it's not impossible to stop. And the whole notion that it's unfair is just because they don't know how to do it correctly. The other people that tried to do it wasn't doing it correctly. And it's simple. Low man win. It's very simple. If the person who gets the lowest and the most penetration pause is going to win the battle. And every time y'all not watching rugby scrums, because that's literally all it is a rugby scrum. Well, we ain't playing rugby, bro. It's similar. So you gonna use similar things. I remember somebody said, "Well, the defense can't do it." Well, yeah, because if you blew up the center, that would just destroy a whole play. Like that's different versus you knowing. The one thing the reason why I say it's kind of weak in the way you approach it's not like it's a surprise. You know it's coming. So if you know it's coming, you prepare for it. It's up to that line and your game plan. If you have a game plan for it and you have the willpower to stop it, you can stop it. Because I've seen it be stopped before. But trying to make it a rule, it's just soft. It's soft. And coming from and fandom aside, I was embarrassed to hear it from him because of the division they come from. We don't complain about shit like that. Like enough a rugged, hard nosed division. And for somebody like Green Bay to come out and say some shit like that, it's stupid. It's just stupid. Like, yeah, like y'all know people rolling half of Green Bay. Oh, Reggie White, they rolling in their grave. The way y'all talking, it's stupid. The way y'all, it's just stupid. Beat it, stop it. That's the thing. Stop it or oh well. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I feel the same exact way. It's soft football, man. And like my thing is, bro, y'all had 30 years of legendary football coming from your quarterback. Now y'all want to complain, bro? Now you want to complain? It's soft as hell. My
And
thing
Barty
is,
rolling in his grave.
me and Stevo, we didn't call games before watching our favorite team, and we didn't seen it. Hey, they can't stop the run. Do it again until they stop it. But you know, our team, bunch of idiots, they
Yeah,
won't.
we hard headed.
But the good teams, they gonna do it again. And to your point, Stevo, when we looked at Buffalo do it versus Kansas City and fail to convert, nobody was really complaining.
Nope.
But when you see the Eagles do it and they do it correctly and who originated and started this and they convert, now people want to complain. I'm with you. You know it's coming. If it's 3rd and 3 and they come down to a 4th and 1 and they on their side of the field or near the red zone, it's coming. If it's a crucial moment in the game and it's 4th and 1, it's coming. So my idea, if I'm a DC, I'm like, bro, let's get the big boys in front. How about you blow up an offensive lineman for once?
Yeah.
How about you go out there and try to get somebody to commit a false start or something? I'm not gonna sit up here and say that it's easy. It's not, because I think the offense, especially the Eagles with that great offensive line, they have the advantage because they can just tee off once the ball is hiked faster than the defense. But at the end of the day, stop it. Stop it. You don't want them to go out there and try to run a tush push. Keep them in 3rd and long. Like and it's not like the tush push has virtually made them unbeatable. They had their losses doing the tush push. Just 2 years ago, they started 10 and 1 and fizzled out the rest of the season. This season, they had their bumps and bruises, some games they was like, okay, cool, bet. And they even had a challenging playoff game versus the Rams, who gave them everything that they can handle while they were still doing the tush push. It's not our fault that when they played the Commanders, the Commander committed all them damn turnovers. It's not our fault that when they played the Kansas City Chiefs, that the Kansas City Chiefs couldn't block for P. Mahomes to give them a chance to win. If Patrick Mahomes win, nobody's really
We
complaining
talking about it.
So it's sad that the Green Bay Packers, with Mike Gutekunst coming to the podium, standing on business, y'all look soft as hell over there in Green Bay right now. I'm just saying.
And another thing is, they literally told you the secret. They like, oh, they only do it because Jordan Mailata was a former rugby player, so he's told y'all how to do it. They literally showed you how to not make it illegal because people was doing it wrong and it's becoming illegal.
Facts.
They showed you verbatim. You can go look at it. It's 3 years of tape on it as well. If
Facts.
you ain't doing it correctly, it's because you ain't got them boys up front, or you just not doing it correctly. That because I guarantee you, if they try to do this without this line, it's not going to be the same result every time.
No.
They have a special line, so
Right.
that's why they're able to get away with it for the most part. But at the end of the day, it's just it's you taking away the creativity of the game because that's something that was creative that he had to come up with. Okay, if why not? If I just need an inch, why am I giving the ball to somebody in the I formation, even though that's the proper way to do it and for anybody else? But he thought of he had the wherewithal to think about, maybe I could just do a little rugby scrum. Let me look in the rule book to make sure this shit legal, and then start doing it. Oh, I think we got a thing, and then nobody can stop it. Come on now, that's like telling, hey, Dante Culpepper. I mean, and y'all can't run no fade balls to Randy.
Oh God.
If he run more than 30 yards, it's not fair.
I mean, I thought that was I thought And the reason we love the sport is because football is virtually a game of chess. You do things to give yourself the advantage. When you get taken advantage of by the opposing teams, you adjust to try to gain some type of advantage. Don't sit up there and cry because you can't stop it. Get you a Chris Jones up there up front. He was blowing up the damn tush pushing when they was going against Buffalo in the playoffs. And Buffalo was running it incorrectly anyway. But Chris Jones was blowing it up. Get you a guy in the middle that's gonna blow it up. Stop complaining and crying, Green Bay. Enough is enough. That's crazy.
How about y'all? Y'all make it to the first past the first round or second round for once. How about y'all do that?
Oh God, it's crazy. It's crazy. But hey, y'all let us know y'all thoughts and everything down below regarding the tush push. Do you want to see it banned? Do you think it's an unfair advantage? Do you think the Green Bay Packers kind of showed their softness? Let us know down below. But before we get up out of here, we want to talk about some of the other headlines that came out during the combine where a lot of the GMs and head coaches had some media availability to discuss some of their plans. First one up on the docket, Stevo, the Falcons. For all the noise that was saying, hey, Kirk Cousins might be on his way out, or somebody might look to acquire Kirk Cousins. That could very well still happen. But as of right now, the Falcons are making it known that Kirk Cousins is going to be Michael Penix's backup, at least for the time being. How you feeling about that move?
I'm cool with it because you remember when that first thing happened. I don't necessarily remember your reaction, but I feel like I was one of the only people that was on that we know that's on our crew that was cool with it. They was like, I don't understand it. Like I did. Okay, I get the part of they did gave him a pretty penny.
Yeah,
They gave him a pretty penny. 110 million ain't nothing to sneeze at.
for sure.
But I that's the proper way to do things. That's the proper way of actually doing things the right way. Yeah, this dude playoff. I mean, not playoff, but regular season wise, he's that dude, and he's worth that money if he's healthy. But the problem was he was coming off of Achilles. So once I seen that, then they went to get Penix. I was like, what they doing? I'm like, that makes sense. He just tore his Achilles. They don't know
Right.
what he's gonna be looking like. And then you see that, and then I swear it's hindsight 2020. But if you look back at it now, is it really a bad decision? Because
Mm-mm.
he started off on fire and then he fizzled out
On the real.
to the point where you had to start Michael Penix. So who's a better teacher to be behind him? To be honest, like Kirk, then he's he's not the typical story. He wasn't a high draft pick guy. He was a Michigan State, played for 4 years, I believe. I think he's what second, if he was a first round pick, it was super late. But he didn't even he Washington had to work his way out to Washington,
Mm-hmm.
made himself into a name, did his thing in Minnesota, got close a lot of times, but he's seen it all, and he's played in some good games. He's played in some good seasons as well. Like he's been close to MVP type seasons as well. So he's the type of player that I love to see teach Michael Penix for years to come.
I'm with you on that because if we remember Kirk Cousins, he was in the locker room with RG3 when RG3 was going nuts. Before the injury to RG3, Kirk Cousins was there. RG3 goes down, Kirk Cousins goes out there and make a name for himself, gets a fully guaranteed contract.
Yep.
Plays out the contract, goes to Minnesota, another fully guaranteed contract. Leaves there, go to Atlanta, gets another fully guaranteed contract. But on the football side, I think it's important to have a guy like Kirk Cousins right there supporting your young quarterback because depending on who you have as your coach, the coach can't properly, I want to say, influence the play. Like, for an example, we talking about Sean Payton and Bo Nix. You don't necessarily need a good backup or, you know what I'm saying, to say, I bet, because Sean Payton is that dude. But in Raheem Morris's situation, a defensive guy, you're going to have some type of support right there for your young quarterback. And I always go to the example of Jaden Daniels and Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota, he was battle tested too. High draft pick, came out, didn't necessarily pan out, been kind of bouncing around, but you've seen him motivate Jaden Daniels to go be great. Kirk Cousins, I believe, could provide the same stability for Michael Penix for sure.
And if you all don't take him, I will.
Oh God,
You need a backup quarterback in a worse way, and
telling you
that's a high value backup quarterback.
for sure. But hey, then we out of the combine media, we heard from the Cleveland Browns. Sticky situation over there with Deshaun Watson, literally.
Defiant. That's what it is. They're being defiant.
But the guys in the front office over there for Cleveland pretty much said two things that stood out to me. Number one is that they are looking to maximize the second overall pick in this year's draft, with the GM pretty much saying what we'll look to do is maximize the number two as a resource. And that's whether we select a quarterback, non-quarterback, or move the asset for something else. They also said they have no interest right now trading Myles Garrett, saying we can't imagine a situation where we're not having Myles as a part of the organization is best for the Browns.
I can.
Stevo, how you feeling about those two things?
I feel like this hold on to Miles Garrett thing is just like why you can just you're trying to hold on to something that you hold on a house that's breaking down on sand. Let
Oh
that
God.
motherfucker fall. It's over with. You the defense that you have is older. And they ain't gonna be ready to stick around for too much longer. And you won't have enough time for them to get your offense together. And it's gonna at least be 3 to 4 years until you do get your offense together. So I will say cut your losses with that. With the quarterback, with the draft thing, they don't know what it sounds like to me. They don't necessarily have penciled in where they're going, like whether it's O lineman, D lineman, quarterback. I honestly feel like they should go quarterback. I don't get Cam Ward, get the hell out the way, or get if he ain't there, go get Shador, because I understand what the situation you was in. I'm not too much beating you down on it because quite frankly, Deshaun was coming off of a hell of a year. So you gave him a lot of money, but you was gonna have to get somebody that just had a season like that a lot of money. So, but at the end of the day, with that door looking like it's closing, you might as well go get a quarterback. But I'm eager to see what they're gonna do. I wonder if are they listening for calls? Are they willing to move around? Maybe move a couple slots back? Because I kind of seem like to me they didn't really have a penciled in position. Tennessee didn't either.
Yeah,
That's the funny part. I feel like both of the top two picks don't really know where they're going.
which is crazy to be. But I think I'm on par with you, bro. I think that the Cleveland Browns, bro, right now you should be making moves to prepare for the future because Deshaun Watson ain't it. He didn't had 2 seasons, bro, to try to
And
turn this thing around, and he
that
ain't
that
been
that
Houston
injury had a
Texans.
setback.
Yes, and he had to go get a second surgery on that Achilles that he ruptured this past season. Now I understand that you got a lot of money tied up into this guy, but that doesn't mean you can't plan for your future. You could draft a guy and allow him to sit. There's nothing wrong with allowing Cam Ward to sit if that's the guy. Allow him to sit. You utilize Myles Garrett. You trade Myles Garrett for additional capital. And hell, if you feel like you don't want to go ahead and just say we're gonna go and get Cam Ward, try to see if you can find somebody else that you feel like can be a good work in progress to at least buy yourself some time for the following draft to where who knows another quarterback might be there. But I'm with you on that whole entire point, bro. Go get the damn draft capital because you literally stuck in the mud right now, waiting on Deshaun Watson to turn into Houston, Texas, Deshaun Watson.
And
And
that
be
don't
real with you, it don't look like it's ever happening again.
yeah, unfortunately.
Because he was cold down there, bro. He was cold in Houston.
He was cold.
He was cold. Now another team, Stevo, is the New York Giants. They pretty much came out and said they looking at an overhaul of the QB situation that they had, mentioning 4 quarterbacks that they played last season. I guess no more Tommy DeVito. I guess no more Tommy. So they talking about that. How you feeling about that situation? Oh yeah, and they even show love to Saquon for winning a chip. They salty as hell.
They didn't want to say that. They
He
just
want to
had.
say
They had to.
it.
They didn't want to say that. But yeah, they like to me. This is the most interesting franchise in the draft right now. To me, like this is a draft that I feel like out of all other teams in the NFL, this is their most important draft for the next 10 years because they didn't really do nothing the last 5
Yeah.
besides draft Saquon. So to double down on Danny Dimes and the whole fiasco they didn't have with that, y'all gotta get this right.
You got to.
Gotta get it right. They saying they looking for a rookie quarterback and a veteran quarterback. I feel you because you gonna need it because I like your coach, but he a little erratic. So I need some. If they was able to get a Flacco, that would work wonders for them. So,
I was gonna
but
throw some names out there for you.
who you looking at?
I was gonna say, what do you think about? It's 2 guys, Gardner Minshew and Justin Fields as your veterans. One or the other. I know
Well, what
Gardner
about
Minshew.
I
Gardner
like
Minshew.
Gardner.
Yeah, Justin. We don't necessarily know if he's gonna be able to grab the mantle and move it forward, but as a bridge quarterback to bring some excitement for a season to where you can buy yourself a little bit more time. Me personally, I still think Brian Dable got some juice as a coach. It's just that the damn GM screwed him. Like it was just
Yeah,
bad. Why would you double down on Daniel Jones when Brian Dable said don't do it? You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So I look at those 2 guys as being valuable options for you.
Or I even say I throw in Carson Wentz.
I'm not mad at that either.
Like, all right, but then again, I don't know. He might be trying to win another ring or trying to get a ring over there. He's still with the Chiefs, so I feel him.
For real,
But
but
yeah, yeah. I think when it comes to them, of course, I think they probably getting Shador. I
I
think,
wouldn't be mad at it though. I think they
but
just gotta surround him with some good infrastructure, bro. You gotta if
yeah,
you go get Shador, you gotta get another playmaker to go with Malik
mhm.
Neighbors, and you gotta get another tight end with some offensive linemen in there.
I'm about to say you need to shore up that line for sure. It's some tight ends. Like I think I don't know what they draft picks looking like. They second round picks looking like. But if I was them, I'd look at that tight end out of Michigan.
I don't think that's a bad gig.
Yeah, he might depending on how he does in the combine because I think he is participating. He might fly up the board too. He might be neck and neck with dude from Penn State.
Oh yeah, monsters.
Yeah,
Monsters. But hey, before we get up out of here, we gonna give y'all some player news coming from the combine after we done heard from all the media guys. So we hearing that Abdul Carter is still dealing with an injury that had happened against Boise State in the college football playoff. So he will not participate in the combine, but his agent, one of the best in the NFL, Drew Rosenhaus, pretty much said that we fully expect Abdul to be recovered in time to work out at his pro day at Penn State, and he will perform at a high level. Steve-O, what are your thoughts on that, bro?
yeah. Out of everybody, he the one that I was like, it's cool if he don't play. I understand. I mean, if he don't participate, because yeah, you just came off an injury. He's an explosive player, and that's what you're doing in the combine for the most part, showing off your explosiveness. So
Right.
yeah, just wait till the pro day, and hopefully the pro day goes well for him. I've seen some fucked up pro days in my
No,
time.
the real. We didn't see some weird ones in our day because it was like, hold on, you did what? Hold on, you ran slower than what I thought you can run. Hold on, you ran
You man,
faster than what I thought you
you
can
tore what?
run. Off the bone.
Oh,
Hold on, what we doing? What?
rupture? You ruptured what?
No, the real, because that's a bad time to go ahead and have an injury. I ain't gonna
Terrible.
lie. I hope all these guys stay healthy for real. Give yourself an opportunity to go make something and make some money. Shit, I ain't no hater.
Yep, that's all it's about. Because it's a numbers game when it comes to that draft. You got to go to early if you want to get that money.
Facts, because them rookie deals they already mapped out for every player
Yep.
already. But hey, we hope y'all enjoyed today's episode, man. Steve-O, you got anything left, bro?
And drill starting Thursday, so we gonna pick up the pace. Definitely combine news when it comes to that. But up until then, we gonna drop the news that's coming out. It's gonna be some news dropping, so we gonna be here for the drop.
For sure. And shout out to y'all on episode 1. Y'all showed the hell out with a bunch of support. We
Yeah.
ask that y'all continue to support. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, and how we're gonna continue to improve this thing. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe before y'all roll out. We're gonna keep this stuff coming. more stuff is on the way, so it's gonna be more stuff dropping, and we're gonna continue this thing on so we can make sure that it's a fun time for everybody and talk NFL. Let us know your thoughts about everything discussed today. We appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of NFL Central, the number one spot for everything NFL. I'm Bobby. That's Stevo. We're gonna catch y'all on the next one for sure.